Hi folks, let's talk a little bit about what I stitched over the last couple days. I believe you might see it already on my channel, but I would like to separate my talking videos from ASMR ones. So in such case it will be much easier for those who would like just to relax and watch videos without any talking. And for those who would like to hear from me more about my thoughts and feelings about every project that I stitch, and I would like to share with you not only full coverage designs but small ones as well, just because sometimes they are so unique and I have completely different feelings which I didn't expect, so I would love to share it with you. And I found that for me it's very difficult to talk for a very long period of time, which is like, I know that it's so interesting to stitch and listen somebody talking about stitching for at least 20 minutes. But for me, to start with, it would be too difficult to do it in one shot. So I hope to try a new format for me. And hope you will let me know in comments below if you like this kind of video, if I'm doing it good, or at least I hope to excel my skills in such area, and probably over time I will do it better. So I will talk a little bit about those projects that I stitched already over the last couple days, and I will add small pieces every day. So in such case it might be interesting, and I have something to talk which is fresh ideas and probably some feelings which I didn't forget yet. So let's get started.
And let's start from Scholar in the Library. It's my first priority project and I try to stitch it as fast as possible. All my projects I stitch for a wish, and I have some projects that already on my walls. They actually made my wishes come true. So I hope this Scholar, when I finish this project, will make my dream true as well. That's why I try to stitch it as fast as possible, but I found that if I stitch only one project without any switches, it's too difficult and I get bored too fast. For me it's very important to change colors, change canvas, change type of stitches. If I stitch today with cross stitch, tomorrow I would love to stitch with 10 stitch, and if I stitch today on Ada, for example, or Congress, tomorrow it would be just like completely new feelings if I take Hardanger or Lugana, for example. So I really love to switch, and in such case I don't get bored and I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed with my plans. And actually what I wanted to share is that last week I stitched, probably not a week, probably couple days ago, I stitched this area, and I thought that it would be great to set up a goal and have a challenge every day, have 1000 cross stitches on this project before I switch to any other projects. And what do you think happened? Yes, after the very first day I understood that it was a really wrong idea. At first, if I have goals and quite ambitious ones, I would say, just like 1000 square cross stitches on such project is it's challenging. Yeah, sometimes I can stitch on such areas a little bit more, but probably, yeah, I finished this 3000 cross stitches in 3 days, but it was difficult, and I understood that it's wrong decision. Just like if I don't switch, if I rush this project, I will be burnt out, like probably in a week. So I decided to take this project as often as I can, but do not rush. At least try to listen myself, and if I feel like it's too much, just put it away and have a break. Yeah, and actually I thought that if I stitch when I stitch this book, it will be easy and I can stitch like very fast, very easy, with no like 1000 and like it's just half a day left and I can stitch something else. And actually it's not so easy as usual. With lots of full coverage designs, it's so many confetti stitches and different colors, especially in this one. with a hand, it was like lots of colors, and this one was very difficult, like because it's probably 30 or 40 colors in this area, and they spread around like everywhere. So I don't need to cut thread, but still it's like difficult to find where to stitch. So this one took time to finish. Book wasn't very difficult, probably 5-6 colors, but it's the same. And yes, it's it's not like big piece of this area took this book. Actually, it just like when I see when I see this picture, it looks like book is very big, but finally it wasn't. And what I wanted to share about this hand when I stitched it, it was like, you might see it on my previous video with this scholar, but when I stitched it like at the very beginning, and now I mostly stitch by number and put all most frequent numbers colors to the end. So it was like lots of darker one and canvas behind it. And it was like, oh, this hand is too dark. Is it a really hand? Looks awkward. But finally, as usual, when you finish last stitches, it feels like, oh, it looks great. It's like it's a real hand. And what I like the most about full coverage designs, I would not be able to paint it ever. It's too great, I would say, for me at least. I'm not a painter at all. But with cross stitches and with any stitches, I know that I can make real art by myself, and it will be great. So that's why I really like full coverage designs. Just it offers more options to find real masterpiece and make it by my hands. That's why I have so many projects started, fall in love with them, and I can't wait to start. And in some cases I understand that I will not be able to finish it and stitch it as often, just like I have already quite a few on my hands. But it's not about finishing in most cases. It's mostly about feeling of the project, and I just want to mention that I really like the feeling of each and every project that I have, and I enjoy every switch between projects. So this one, as I mentioned, it's my high priority project, so I believe we will see it probably in a couple days. Right now I don't want to set up goals, so when I have plans to take it again, I will show you where I'm going and which plans I have actually for this day. So for now I'll put aside this project, but I believe we will see it very soon, and I will show what I stitched and which thoughts I have about next area. So let's move to another project which I'm going to stitch today. But before I move to the next project which I'm going to stitch today, let me show what I finished yesterday. I have another channel where I show very small designs and I try to stitch from the start to the end in one video. And I try to find a design which reflects feeling of the season. Sometimes it's just like a really interesting design which I have in my store, and this one caught my eye probably a month ago, but I felt it's like too big to start from, just like I wasn't able to finish it in one day. At least I felt this way, just because originally it was designed for cross stitch. But I found that what's the point to stitch in cross stitch if I can stitch in half stitch? Oh, sounds like only stitches in my sentence. Anyway, so it's Congress fabric and it's stand stitch. And I found that it's when it's such projects is on a small canvas, it will be like a little bit more compact and more interesting. So I tend to switch all the projects, almost every project, which if I don't have any kind of ideas how I can design my finished project, in such case, why not to stitch on a small in a small size? So in such case I finish it in one day, probably 1.5 days, and they are so easy. So it's probably 6 or 7 colors, 6 I believe, and I really like that it's like small painting. I truly believe I would not be able to paint it on a paper with any type of paint, but with cross stitch, as I told you, I really like that. I know that result will be predictable. And about this deer, I feel like it might be a good Christmas gift for my friend. She really likes handmade gifts and she keeps them forever. But I'm not brave as much to make a full coverage design for her, at least for now, just because it takes too much time and effort. But small projects, it's really nice. I can spend 1-2 days or how much time it takes, and it's really great. I feel like this deer, it reminds me about area where we live. I want to say it's northern Canada, but it's not northern, but still like this kind of feeling that we have lots of sceneries like this one, and we have lots of deers. Actually, I can add a couple seconds of a video that I made like yesterday. So we had 4 deers in our garden. Yeah, garden is like already closed, and I don't worry that they can eat anything. Just like there's only like weeds, and I don't worry about it until next season. But just wanted to mention that in our area we have deers even on our property, and they don't worry about people almost at all. Just they don't allow me to come and touch them. I didn't try actually touch them, but they like still wild, but not so worry about people. That's why I want to say that this project might be a really great Christmas gift for my friend, at least as an addition to. I just don't know how I will design it. For now I still keep it on my fabric as is, but probably I will make a pin keep. I don't know how it's called. That's it for this small design, and probably for a couple seconds a little bit about another one. And let me talk a little bit about samplers. Actually, I didn't stitch samplers before, and I didn't understand what's the point to stitch them, just because I was all about full coverage designs. But for this Halloween, I decided to try one design from our shop, just to understand why so many people to buy it, and probably I missed something. And I would say that I didn't expect it at all, but it was such a great experience and such a new feelings. My brain was so excited about all these small pieces. They are so predictable, so perfect, but still all different. And I would able to stitch it almost with closed eyes and still be able to predict where every stitch goes. And it was like, wow, for my brain, and I've got so much positive energy and relaxing feeling from it. Just like that they are all different. For example, this one looks like this one, but if you see, they are different. They look similar, but when you start to stitch, you find that it is different and it have its unique features. So I really liked this design. It was a new experience for me, and I decided that, oh no, I will not stitch samplers too often. Probably in a month I will take one more. And what I can say, in couple days I understood that I can't stay and not to start one more. Let me show you what it was. Oh, it was this one. I will give you a preview how it should look like when I finish, and it's such a stunning colors. I don't know, I wasn't able to sleep, and probably the very next day I just said to my husband, I can't resist, I just started a new sampler. And I understand this, it's more like spring project. It has lots of flowers, lots of hearts and colors, more like a little bit like probably last frost, last snow. But I'm not sure that I will be able to finish it before spring. I don't rush it at all, and stitch in very small pieces. Every piece I just like enjoy every cross stitch from it. So probably I will finish it sometime in spring, but we'll go through it over winter piece by piece. And just I wanted to share with you folks that I didn't expect from myself that I will really like these designs, and yes, I'm completely caught by it. So from now on I have a list full of samplers, which I am going to stitch over the next month or so before Christmas. And just like I have several Christmas and winter designs, which is absolutely amazing. Probably in next video I will show you which one I selected for my next small video. And actually right now I'm thinking that probably if I stitch Christmas decoration, it might be really a good gift for my friend as well. So I will not give her only a deer, but probably a Christmas deer as well. I will see if I have it. And before I move to the last project that I will show you today, let me talk a little bit about my plants. I just moved them from the outside. It's already cold and sometimes it's going to be minus, so we have all of them already inside, and I have lots of flowers on my calamandine, and I have some orange ones somewhere there, like a couple of them, and yes, probably by spring I will have lots of oranges from my own tree. And what's the most interesting one, that I had lots of ladybugs outside a couple weeks ago. Actually I don't remember when it was, but it was a little bit like close to cold time, but still probably they were looking for place for winter, for over winter. And I thought that when I bring all my plants inside, I will have lots of ladybugs inside. And guess what? Nothing. I didn't have them at all, which was a really big surprise for me. So I will talk a little bit what I'm going to stitch today and about this project. This one is Castle in the Sky. One of my favorites, and I mentioned already that I truly love all my projects, but some of them I just can't stop stitching, and this one is like I felt in love just in one side. And when I just started it, it has lots of fresh air, and this picture is great, and castle itself is interesting, and design is made really well, so I can't complain about anything. It's just when I stitch and watch it, I see that it's really like on the picture, no difference at all. No pieces on the design, on the pattern that I would like to change. Sometimes it happens with some designs, but not with this one. So yeah, and this one was like a heart of this picture, just like I waited for this room to appear on the canvas, and this light gives this castle kind of life and energy. So right now I am going to stitch today. Probably I will be able to finish it in one day, this area. It's only small piece of the castle itself, and this is sky already. So I believe this project is 70% done, and it's 2/3 of it is the sky, and sky is very easy. So probably it will be easy to stitch, and hopefully this project will go to the finish very fast. So I will start stitching and will show you what I have at the end. It took several days, and now I am done with this area. Actually, it took even more than I expected. this weekend was very cozy, family time. I spent lots of time outside. You know, when you live close to the ocean, I live very close to the cold ocean actually, and it changes weather all the time. Sometimes it can be 20 degrees difference just in one day. So probably last week we had minus and we had a little bit of snow, and today it could be plus 15 and it feels like spring already. Yeah, it could be sometimes until February we don't have snow, and after that February is overload sometimes with snow. It could be 50 centimeters per night or even more. So yeah, and I still stitch it, probably not as much as I usually do, and it's like it was very slow, relaxing, enjoyed every stitch, and now I am done with this area. What I can say about it? It was pretty much easy as I expected, just some of dark colors I closed it already when I stitched connected area. Usually if it's like about up to 5 stitches in connected area, I finish it right away, and actually I would say that this particular project is relatively easy compared to this picture, and I can't remember that there was any kind of difficult areas at all, but yeah, I believe next one will be even easier, just it's most of the time mountains and blue sky. And what I really like this particular area, that I have already this part of the castle finished, and it's like looks like it's a kind of windows, and I really like this picture. So I'm done with this project for now, and let me show you what I'm going to stitch next. It is a Japanese garden with a house. I stitched it for a very long time, probably because it's huge. It's very big. It's about 1.5 meters on a long side. And second point, why I stitch it for so long, because it's in silk thread. I bought it from AliExpress probably 7 years ago, and I was really excited about trying silk thread, and it looks amazing, but it's so difficult to stitch, and this thread is so stubborn. That's why it goes very slowly, but over time I got used to it. I found some tips and tricks which helps me a lot, so I hopefully in the next year I will finish it. So I stitch it almost every morning, so for me it's some kind of routine. I wake up and spend probably 15-20 minutes just to relax, set up my day, and after that I have some other stuff to do. Let me show what I really like. I will try to show it on a video, what I really like about silk thread. Yeah, probably it will not be visible at all on the video, but I would say that it's definitely has some shine compared to cotton thread, and it has its own magic. Sometimes it's a weird magic, just because as I told you, this thread is so stubborn, so I don't have, probably I will not be able to find any cross stitches which would be needed on this project, but I don't care in such case. Just I feel like it's good to finish it anyway than just to fight for perfection, and it would not be possible to finish it at all. What I can say about this project, it contains about 90 colors, but still it's easy to stitch in terms of how these colors are allocated on this project. But every time when I stitch it, I understand that probably I don't want to buy any new stamped canvas, because I really like to stitch on white canvas, and in such case, when it's color it already. It's not always much easier to stitch, but I don't feel this magic when I feel like I make my own masterpiece from scratch. Right, I have pattern, yeah, but when I stitch, I still feel like I'm an artist. I paint on a white canvas, even if it's like a little bit more difficult, but a level of satisfaction completely different. That's why I understand that probably in some cases stamped canvas is really good when I'm traveling, or I just need to have it for example when I weight something, but not such a big one. Still, I would not take this one with me if I go for a vacation or something else. At first, if I'm just really afraid that if I put I will be not very careful, some drops will spoil everything, water drops, and all picture will go away, and it will be even more difficult to stitch. For this project, I still have pattern in my application, so I can stitch from tablet. So it's much easier, but still when I have it stamped, I don't want to remove it as far as it's already there. So let's have a quick look before I actually go what I have right now. So it's almost done with this area, so this one will be a really quick one, and probably I will move my hoops to this area. This one I believe I will not stitch right away. Probably it will take couple weeks at least, but this one, yeah, I hope we will see it pretty much soon. Let's go. So let's review the progress on this project. I've completed almost 50% of this design. Trees, a bridge and a stream already finished. So let's have a closer look what I stitched this week. I focused on the bush here and started the pink petals on this tree. Just I want to mention this, the pink colors on this design is very challenging, and it's difficult to distinguish different symbols on this canvas. They are pretty much close to each other, so I really need to check on my pattern every time when I stitch. And interesting what I noticed is that not every color behaves the same way with silk thread. Some pink and grays, they behave so badly. Many crosses are so bright and, for example, pink and gray, but others are smooth and easy to stitch. So every time it's like guessing game which thread will behave good and which one will not. And I want to mention that I'm really happy that this project progressing so quickly and with no effort almost at all. 15 minutes every morning, one thread, and it goes step by step to the finish line. And let's discuss what are my plans for talking videos like this one. I want to try to release several videos showing and telling what I stitched during the week and see how it turns out. I hope that over time I will be better in talking than at my very first time. So see you soon and happy stitching. See you!